Hey you guys, it's Melissa Westlake and welcome back to Wine with Mel. Today's special guest is very near and dear to my heart, but before I introduce her, let's talk about the wine. Today we have a 2018 Santa Barbara County Pinot Noir 30 degrees. Located primarily in the Los Alamos vineyard, this wine offers rich flavors of cherry, blackberry, and spices. A bit on the drier side, this wine goes well with a variety of foods from grilled swordfish to beef and hearty stews. Guys, I cannot be more thrilled to introduce you all to, and I have to read this list because there's a lot of titles here, so give me a second. Please help me in welcoming women's fitness studio owner, motivational speaker, nutritionist, women's fitness and fat loss coach, and most importantly, mom.
Yes.
Lacee Green.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm like so excited.
It's the festive season. I love it.
Yes.
I would love for you to tell our audience who is Lacee Green. Where do you hail from? What really do you do? Give us, give us a little bio.
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. You look absolutely gorgeous. I love the ponytail. Yes. So my name is Lacee Green. I am a women's fitness center owner in Ventura, California. I'm from Bradenton, Florida, so FLA.
Come on, East Coast.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. Certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and nutritionist. And of course, most important title, like you said, mom, which is I have a 13-year-old son, which is like my whole life, but it's just like. It's so crazy being a mom. I mean, like just watching them change right now from, and just independent woman and let's do things. So grateful to be here with you. I am blessed to have so many amazing women that I get to coach through, just life coaching, personal training, group fitness instruction, and I love it. I love being a studio owner, and the atmosphere in my gym with just helping women live their happiest and healthiest has really been this is a blessing for me.
I love that.
Yes.
How did you get into fitness though? Because you're a powerhouse, right?
Thank you.
You walk into any room and you're, Lacee. You know Lacee.
Let me try to hear me before. Yes.
But being a fitness instructor, obviously there's a lot more to it, but I want to know where it is that you began. What's kind of like, what motivated you to start to want to be a fitness trainer and change lives?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question. So I've always been an athlete. So I was a basketball player, volleyball player. I did cheerleading, dancing, and you're such an amazing dancer. So that was always a huge part of my life. Just being really active. And then when I got to college, I actually got my degree in mass communications with a minor in journalism.
Yes.
So I wanted to do almost like sports broadcasting. So I went to Florida State and go Noles. I got to do a shameless plug.
Of course.
And so we have what's called the Leach Center there, and which sounds like a weird name, but it's the name of the actual person they named the gym after. And I would be going there 2 and 3 times a day, really just interested in fitness. I was president of the Garnet Gold Girls at Florida State too, so got really close to our strength and conditioning coach there, and never did it dawn on me like, oh my gosh, I love health and fitness so much. Maybe I should get my degree in kinesiology or something. So I didn't. I got my degree in communications and went back and got my national certifications. But just always loving sports and being active and really knowing how that made me feel. How exercising gives you more energy. There's nothing on the planet that can bring you those positive, happy endorphins than exercise and physical activity. And so then I really just kind of, took that path and here I am.
Here you are. What would you say is your biggest driving and motivating force?
I was taught at a very young age that follow your passion, that people follow passion, right? I mean, no matter what. And so I think as a mom, my number one force is always my son, right? Because when you become a parent, your life completely changes, and no one can prepare you for that. They can say, oh my gosh, it's like this being a mom or dad. So that's definitely my 13-year-old son for sure. But when you really look at even more, of your passion, why am I doing what I'm doing day after day? Really, it's being that representation of a true, genuine version of what happy and healthy looks like, and showing that fitness is for every shape, size, and color. That fitness is not just
Yes.
one shape, size, and color. And I think we're moving in a great direction.
Yes.
In showing that, you know, and all the images that we've seen growing up and all
Absolutely.
that, it was very different. And I think now there's that representation, and I think, you know, you hold yourself true to really be, you know, honor that, and to know that there are these women out there that's showing that fitness is possible at every shape and size. That being curvy
Come on,
girl
girl,
hey, you know, all those curves too,
you know,
and be fit with it with curves and fit all. That's right. So yes, absolutely.
I love that. You're so passionate about it, and I love the way you speak about it, because it's definitely something. When I first met you, we actually we met at an audition.
Yeah.
And little did we know that we would be working together months later. But when we met at the audition, you could kind of tell, you could feel the vibe. You know, it's like the curvy. You were like, you know, we're just like, you know, like, hey, how you doing? You know.
Totally.
With that being said, it's, you know, you're so confident and you're so powerful.
Thank you.
I really want to, you know, let our audience know what kind of helped you get there, because I feel like there's always like that low point, or just something that happened to you that kind of makes you feel like, no, there's more,
right?
You know, so what for you was that low or loss?
I think that it is, you know, two things, you know, really that drive it. And one, kind of 2 points in my life. So there was a time when I separated from my son's dad, right? And then that's not, you know, when you're with someone and you don't plan, you know, that's never your plan, right? And so, and now we co-parent like champs, right? I mean, like we co-parent like champs. We have our amazing son. He has another girlfriend. They have a little boy, and we all get along. It's like the new American family. So that's, you know, so that's one thing. And then there was actually a position that I took with a company, and with Power Music, that a company that I still love and I still work with. And but it took me out of studio ownership and what I was doing, and into like a desk job almost, where I was working from home and I was traveling. So I was like a trade show manager. So I was like going all over, and I didn't like it at all. I mean, it felt like, this is the worst thing. It feels so foreign. I'm home by myself. I was still trying to run my gym. It was just too much. But in that, I made so many friendships and relationships and connections traveling all around with this company and stuff. So even though I didn't like what I was doing at all, it was, I still kept my head up. I still chose to keep that positive attitude. And in that, I made all of these connections, which is one of the reasons why I even got MBF, was from a referral from a Beachbody person that I met on there, Barbara Badowski, who was like head of Beachbody Global or something. So in saying all that, I think is, you know, no matter where you are in your fitness journey, it's so important, I think, to focus on body composition and not comparing yourself to anybody else. So I think it was like, you know, knowing that this is me and this is my body, and I'm like a limited edition.
Yes.
Shoot. That's already, right? And so all of us are, right? All of us are. And so no matter where you are, you have got to follow that passion and figure out what it is that you love, and then go for it. Because you only get one chance to do this thing. You know, and then you have to really think about who told you that you are, you know, that your body isn't nice, or that you shouldn't be curvy. You know, what are you comparing it to that you think that? You know, so when you really focus on being your happiest and healthiest, let's talk about body composition, and let's talk about having a number that is really, really important, knowing that, and then own it, man. It's, I mean, it is. Shoot it. All the way. Now what? Totally. Yes.
I do want to you mentioned Beachbody. I wanted to read off just a couple of your credits here before we kind of get into that, because you are a certified personal trainer, a group fitness instructor, and a nutritionist. And you spoke earlier about how, you know, you were introduced with somebody to Beachbody, which is how you got MBF. But I would love for our audience to know a bit more about MBF and MBFA. You know, they've seen my journey, but I want them to hear a little bit about your experience from that. So with that being said, please tell us a little bit more about MBF and MBFA.
Okay, I cannot woo enough about MBF, MBFA, and Megan Davies.
Megan Davies.
Oh, we heart you, Megan Davies.
We heart you, girl.
All the way, girl.
There's a song.
Yes, toast to Megan. But we, and then we got to drink it.
She's not gonna win.
But so Megan Davies, first of all, an amazing human being. I mean, like, she is just the sweetest and like fiercest, like, all together in one.
Yes.
How hard she works and what she poured in, the whole Beachbody team.
Yes.
What they poured into that program was amazing, because it was the first program that they filmed right with the pandemic.
The pandemic, exactly. Yes.
So every time they're getting ready, something happened, and then it was like, oh my gosh, we're supposed to film this, and now pandemic, we can't all be together. And Megan kept this positive attitude and this drive, and with the whole team, with Ronnie and Elanite and Bree and all and Cody, all of them. Yeah. I mean, they were just amazing getting it done. So I went to my audition for it, and they said, okay, you're just gonna do this, nothing else. Like, you're just gonna do this.
Did you do the live audition? Because I know I personally auditioned over tape.
Right.
I did a self tape at home.
Right.
And
Yeah. No, it was a lot. Trying to fly around.
I looked at that self tape and I was like, ooh, child. I don't know how you got booked up here.
I'm like, what am I doing actually?
Yes, but did you go in?
So I did the self tape.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I kept wondering why, and they were like, okay, yes, let's do this. It was like a process.
Yes.
I didn't realize that the role that they were wanting me to be, one of the roles they wanted was to be the modifier.
Gotcha.
And then once I got there, I met Megan. So I did, after they, like, I reviewed that, and they really, were like, okay, we want to come in. Came in. Mm-hmm. And then I met Megan, like, right away, and then, like, okay, here's the workout you're gonna do. And so I'm like, okay, ready to do a workout?
Amazing.
What are we doing? Burpees? Totally.
Oh my gosh.
They were burpees. Absolutely. And so we did this whole workout. Met Megan. She's like totally the most down to earth, sweetest person. And so we do this whole workout, and then I'm like kind of just waiting, and talking to Andrea Bandos. I always say her last name wrong. And then I kind of waiting, go in the other room, and then they come out, and it's Elin, and they're like, okay, we want you, Fred. I'm like, what? And then, I did like a whole dance, right in their face. Oh my God, Melissa, was hilarious. I'm like, oh my goodness, that was so unprofessional. You just did right now. In their face, I was like, thank you, I'm excited. I was like, yes, and I started doing the dance. Oh my God. So it was hilarious.
It was perfect. It's perfect for exactly what it is that we were doing, and definitely. And you were the only cast member that was able to be in the studio while they were filming.
That was the other thing.
On a different set, but it was just so amazing to be there.
It was. It's so much fun. I mean, it takes us back. Like, we really all connected. Like, when you talk about the MBF and MBFA family, like, there's, we work in LA and Hollywood, and, all different auditions and things you go to all the time. And, people behave however they're going to act.
Absolutely.
But there was truly such a connection between everybody and stories those are new stories that we shared. We're all on Zoom, right? So none of us have actually physically met in person. Melissa and I met Cassidy, Megan, because I was there in a few, and so I was the only one that they built an actual set there for, which was crazy.
That is amazing.
It was
Lacey.
really crazy, and they were so awesome.
With that being said, I have a couple questions. We're gonna play a quick game of Would You Rather.
Okay.
And there's a couple things in there that are MBF and MBFA styled. So let's play a little game of Would You Rather. So, would you rather low impact or high impact workouts? We're gonna start out slow.
Good.
Slow,
Oh man, you know what? I think I would like. I teach a lot of HIIT and high impact, but
you do.
I do. All the time.
Yes.
But I do. You know what? I do like low impact because there's so many ways you can work your core and your booty and all that without jumping around and banging up your joints. And so, and I think a lot of people need to know that. So low impact.
Low impact.
Yeah. I feel like these are gonna get way juicier. I better drink on my wine.
Would you rather burpees or mountain climbers?
Oh, burpees all day.
Really?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I love a burpee. Every form of burpee. Really? You're a mountain climber?
Actually, no. So in MBF and MBFA, if you have done the program, if you haven't, you should definitely do it. Shameless plug.
That's it. MBF.
The first week, we do mountain climbers the whole week, so I pretty much have a lot of trauma from that.
So much trauma.
About you.
They kept coming back.
Yeah.
And we had rehearsals too. So we did them for like weeks ahead of time too. So absolutely.
No, but I think I agree with you. Burpees, I think because, that nice little modification is step.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah, and then you have to stand up and release for a second. Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm great.
Oh my God. Yes. Yeah.
This is kind of a little bit more of a personal one.
Okay.
Would you rather curvy fit or skinny fit?
You know what? I think I would rather whatever fit works for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's so important because whether you are curvy or skinny or somewhere in between, you got to do your best in what works for you. So I think right in between.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Last one. Oh, this one's going to be kind of... Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or super trainer Megan Davies?
Megan Davies is a Wonder Woman.
Megan Davies is a Wonder Woman.
So absolutely Megan Davies. And she is just... I can't even tell you also how supportive that she has been in projects and things that I'm working on and that I talk to her about. And so, Megan Davies, the Wonder Woman, Superwoman.
The Wonder Woman.
Too. And I pair with Wine With Mel.
Listen, we gonna pair up and do a song soon.
Totally, yes, yeah.
Lacey, thank you so much for coming on the show. Yeah. I want to just, thank you again just for you being you, and most importantly, just being the light that we needed during this time, because truly, I don't think the pandemic, at least my version of the pandemic, would have been the same if I didn't have your energy and your light. And
now I'm gonna cry.
I kind of just want to give you the floor for a second and tell the audience anything that it is that you want to tell them, anything that you're working on, and the floor is yours.
Oh, first of all, thank you to Melissa. I think I just got to give you a kudos also too. Like, we had so many moments where we connected, and there were so many moments where we had some seriously very vulnerable moments and on the Zoom. I mean, it was really truly, and so I think one of the reasons also I think MBF has been so successful too with the cast is because we all truly were connected, and I think that comes across on screen with such an amazing leader like Megan. So that's one. Two, one thing I'm working on right now is my own program called My Curves Are the Hit. My curves are the hit. She's like, I don't know if I can just like that. Just edit that out. But it is a program for everybody and every body. That's what I like to say. It's to show women that I always say fitness is possible in every shape, size, and color. For representation of people that are curvy, for minorities, for us that are, so that we can see someone, because I know it's so important for me, for someone that looks like me, that has achieved a fitness level that I know. I'm like, okay, boom, that's what I want to look like. I'm going with that. So that's one program I have in the mix, and I'm super, super excited for that. I actually am now, I just took over. I've been a studio owner for a while, but I just took over like this a big gym that's now going to be mine. So we're painting, we're doing all this stuff. So I'm so excited for that. So it's going really, really good there. And I think if I could leave somebody with a final word, I think it would be to, you only get one chance to do this thing. You get just this one chance. And so you better make it worth it, and you better make it happy, and don't do things for anybody else. Just really do things just for yourself, and don't judge yourself. Just be true to yourself, and you can take it one day at a time.
Oh,
that's
Lacey!
it. It's so hard.
We're gonna choose
Wine With Mel, baby.
Wine With Mel.
Absolutely,
Thank you so much again, and I can't wait to see you be a super trainer on Beachbody.
Hey, claiming it.
Girl.
Claiming it. That's right.
Happy holidays, you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays in general.
Yes,
and just have an amazing one, guys. And thank you so much for tuning in to Wine With Mel. And we'll see you next year.